Good morning, how you going today? Oh, good to hear, myself? Oh, super duper, thanks for asking. Day 12 of the challenge, and I have woken up in an interesting predicament. Today, I said workout went really well, and it did, but I have woken up with a jacked up shoulder. Now, I don't know what I've done to it. Sneezing hurts, breathing hurts, moving my shoulder hurts, doing this. Now, while it does suck that I've got this problem in my shoulder, I thought makes a good opportunity for a video on a particular topic. Injuries. A bit of an unusual predicament. One of the reasons I like doing calisthenics is because you're not supposed to be able to injure yourself, or at least not as easily, because you're only using the weight of your own body. It's pretty consistent and well balanced, rather than using massive weights where you can overload. Now, that being said, the problems usually come in when you're doing calisthenics with form. All it really takes is doing that push-up or a chin-up with, an elbow out of line or a shoulder out of place. You just go one too far and push it a little bit too much and pain. Firstly, I'd like to say it's important to be able to identify when you might have injured yourself at the gym. I say this because there's a lot of culture around, push through the pain. Which has some credence to it. I don't know if you know about how muscle gain works, but essentially it's a process called hypertrophy where by over engaging the muscles, you break the muscle fibers, and then when they grow back stronger. So the only way to engage that process is to get to the point where your muscles are feeling sore and then push that little bit extra. The important thing to note is that there's a difference between muscle soreness and muscle pain. When you wake up the next day after going to the gym for the first time and smashing a massive workout, that's muscle soreness, and you'll know what that feels like. It's a different kind of pain. It's like a sprain or like a break, and it really smarts. And if you feel like that, don't work it out. That's not something you push past, okay? You need to let that muscle rest until it's better again, because otherwise you can make a small problem much, much worse. The problem we run into here is if I can't use my shoulder now, well, that's a lot of exercises that are out of the circuit for me. What do? One option is to just take a break, which for me isn't really an option. I've got this 21-day challenge. I'm up to day 12 and I'm not stopping now for anything. But at the same time, I'm not gonna keep pushing this through the wars and potentially give myself a long-term injury. So how do I go forward? Well, I'm not going to take the excuse. What I'm going to do is I'm simply going to adapt my workout routine around my injury. What that means is all I have to do now is think about what exercises I'm going to do and make sure that I don't put any in that strain this shoulder. That is going to be a little bit difficult since some of my favorite exercises are tricep dips, push-ups, and chin-ups. And unfortunately, all of those will end up putting strain in one way or another on this area. So, just shake it up this morning. I'm going to do a time-lapse video of my workout routine, which a couple of people have suggested now. I'll let you know that it's nothing impressive, all right? I'm still sort of taking it relatively easy, but I'm getting results. So look, hey, just give it a watch. If you think it's really lackluster, then maybe let me know and tell me if there's any exercises you reckon I should be putting into my routine down below. So with that being said, come join me, check out my routine, and I'm gonna try and string this thing together and show you guys that even if you get an injury, you can still get a workout going, keep your metabolic rate high, and keep those gains coming in. Let's hit it.
All right, out here ready to rock and roll. My little sister actually just gave me a great idea. She said, because I'm sitting out here like racking my brain like, oh my God, how do I make a full workout out of stuff that's only abs and legs? Every lifter's nightmare, right? Now, she came up with this idea. She said, well, Ash, why don't you just do less exercising and do more yoga? I was like, obviously, genius. So what I'm going to do is, just do like a sort of shorter calisthenics set. As I said, just focusing on warming up the legs a bit, getting the core going. Try to stretch the arms out if I can without pushing too much. Wish me luck, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so I'm going to show you this one Jason showed me the other day while doing a workout with him. I'll tell you this out, you want to do an abs exercise that's cooked? Watch this, right? Position to do a normal crunch, right? Like this. Hey, what you're going to do is put your legs up, and then you're going to write the alphabet with your feet. There's A, there's B, there's C. And so you just do this as far as you can get through the alphabet. Oh. Good luck with that, you're welcome. Alright, so there it is. Bulk of my calisthenics today. I'm going to roll the old yoga mat out now. Go through some of my poses. So, moral of the story is, even with an injury, no excuse not to do your workout, alright? I just did mine then. Wasn't everything it usually is, but one, it maintained my habit. Two, it still wore me out. Like, I'm still breathing heavy, and still, three, got me working up a sweat, which is, once again, all that's really important, right? And so not only have I managed to, once again, exercise my willpower and strengthen my body, but also haven't put myself at risk of deepening an existing injury because of my ego. Alright, so I'm going to roll out the old yoga mat now, and we'll see how we go with that. Wish me luck. Oh. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a day from that. That's pretty good. So
So a few things before we wrap up. Notice that while I was doing my yoga, I was testing my arm, right? I got to do the exercise. And if I felt it pull, if I felt that pain, back off. Try something else. Okay, when I went this arm over, it was fine. There was no pain, there was no tension. But when I tried to pull it under, whoa, didn't go. So I just did something else. The name of the game is adaptability. When something goes wrong, just work around it. There's always a workaround. If you want to get something done, and you put your mind to it, you can do anything. By the same stroke, if you want to get out of doing something, you can always come up with an excuse. Always. All right, so I think I'm gonna call it a day there, actually. I've actually got my mum coming over in a little bit. She's coming up to see me because, you know, birthday and all. But thanks for joining me this morning for my workout. Sorry it's a little bit content light today. But hey, if you let me know what you think about my workout, if I'm doing anything wrong, or maybe there's something that you can come up with that I should chuck in, leave it in the comments down below. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Good luck with your endeavors, and I'll see you on the flip side.